So today I'm going to be showing you the entry models that I use. I have like 5 entry models that I use. The first one is basically fake market shift and then a true market shift. So the fake market shift is when it induces the previous liquidity, which is called a fake market shift, and then it goes high to induce the high, and then it breaks structure to the low, and then from here you can enter from either the inefficiency or the imbalance. So you get when it makes a deeper pull, because now this is protected. Here's a bullish scenario. Again, it makes a fake market shift. It induces the previous high and then it induces the low once more time, and then it goes high, and then you can enter from here. The second one is a build up and inducement. So it's basically for bearish, it builds up the liquidity to the bearish side, right? And then it goes high, it induces all this build up liquidity, then it goes lower, and then you can enter from the pullback. And from a bullish scenario, right, it builds up the liquidity for the bullish for upwards, and then it induces all this liquidity to hit the seller, the buyers, and then induces them, and then it goes high, big structure. Then you can enter after a big structure from either this inefficiency or from an imbalance. The third entry model is called a reverse EVA. Basically, it's when price doesn't create that true market shift. So let's say when it gives the fake market shift, it doesn't go higher. It just mitigates this, and then it breaks structure from the low. Then that confirms that this high isn't gonna get re-induced. So you can already enter from the pullback from here, or for even higher probability when you wait this induces this high. So basically you wait this induces this high, then you enter right away after inducement, and then price delivers lower like this. And here's a bullish scenario. And then it doesn't give you the true market shift. It mitigates this and it breaks structure. Then you can either enter from here or wait till it induces this lower, then you enter right away since it's a higher probability one. The third one is an SFD. This is where it gets a bit advanced. So basically, with this one, you're gonna need a correlated pair. So whichever pair correlates with the pairs that you wanna use. So basically, one pair mitigates and the other one manipulates, and you wanna enter the one that mitigates, because if you enter the one that manipulates, it risks a chance of re-inducing one more time, and you wanna enter only when it breaks this low, basically. So and then this one gives a manipulation. You wanna wait this one breaks the low, then you wanna enter right away if you have time, or you wait this gives a pullback and then you enter. That's when I did. One mitigates and this one, the other correlated pair, manipulates. Also, I want to mention, you could use DXY as well. So let's say if this is bearish, then this is going to be bullish. So let's say something like this. So if DXY manipulates, you can either enter from GU or EU if GU mitigates. So basically like this. So let's say if DXY gives a manipulation like this, the GU, if it mitigates, or EU, you can enter either from them. And also the time has to be the same. So basically, if this one manipulates at 9:30, this one has to mitigate or break structure at 9:30. There could be like a 2 to 3 minute difference, but only that. And this is the last entry model. It's one of the highest probability entry model, and it happens only once in a blue moon. So basically, it's a mixture of SMT and this one, the build up and then inducement. So here's how it works. So while the market is building up liquidity, and the time it induces it before it breaks this low, it already gives an SMT. So you enter before this low gets broken. So you can already enter from here. From here, I set the stop loss over here before the break of structure happens of the build up liquidity. And once that build up liquidity once it does break this, you can actually go break even, because most of the times price is just gonna go up here to the inefficiency and then they continue to deliver lower, or you can just scale in. So you have the first trade from the SMT here, then the second trade only when it breaks this low, because then it broke the inducement and it broke this market, it broke this. So now I have like the first and the second, like I showed you. Keynotes. Also keep in mind these entry models entry models, so you wanna see them happening only in your entry time frame. So basically, if you enter in the 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, it's gonna be a scalp trade. But if you enter on the 15 minutes, it's gonna be an intraday trade. Anything higher than the 15 minutes will be a swing trade. Also, please don't just enter right away as soon as you see one of these entry models. Also, your bias has to be aligned, so you can't just enter as soon as you see, a fake market to market, then induce it, then enter. Price has to react off a high probability POY or high probability POY, and it has to be aligned with your bias. That's so you're gonna enter. Now I'm gonna show you some short example of these entry models. Okay, here's the short examples of the first one is fake market shift. The two market shift is basically this one. Here's the pullback. So fake market shift induced this high and then it induced lower one more time. I take a lot of buys and then induced the high here. And then from here I entered from the SFD, then it no SFD, so from the invalid, so then it went higher. So fake market shift induced with and then broke structure from here. Here's the another one. Also, this one can indicate structure because it's a different color from this one. So this indicates pullback. So fake market shift to this high from here. Fake market shift inducement of the low, and then inducement of the high again. Induce the high, broke structure, and now I can enter from this break of structure, or even enter from here if it's 1:3, and then the place stop loss up below this protected. The second entry one is this one. Build up and then inducement. So this one does look a bit weird, but it's the same as this image. Why it looks a bit weird because it's in the 1 minute type. So basically, as you can see, it built up liquidity below. As you can see, build liquidity and then induce the high one more time from here, and then it broke it. Just build up, induce sort of the high here, and then it broke structure with this tiny candle wick over here. And there is how to see why it broke it. So basically, like this one. We got this one. Build liquidity, induce sort of the high, then it broke it, and then it gave a pullback from here, from the extreme, and then it just kept going lower. Here's bullish scenario. This one is a bit easier. This is easy to see. Below liquidity to the upside, it induced all of this liquidity, and then it broke structure from here, and then it was valid to enter from here. And then place stops below the inducement here, on the inducement. This one is the reverse EPA. So this one, right? So hold on. There you go. So as you can see from here, yeah, sorry. So instead, when you get this fake market shift, instead of breaking this out to create a true market shift, it mitigated this and then it broke lower. So it was valid for you to enter from here right away. Or, like I said, you can wait till this high gets induced, then you enter. So from here, you had two entry options. Enter as soon as this logo broken, or wait till this high gets induced. So basically, here you go induce from here, you could have entered for seconds, even give it as induced, it's a high correlated model. Anyway, so you enter from here right away, or you wait till this high gets re-induced, and then you enter right away. The third one actually is another example. As you can see, fake market shift, it never broke this high, induced this high, there is a swell lower. So it was valid for you to enter any from this imbalance. I kinda waited a bit longer though, I don't know why. I entered when this low got broken again. So it was already valid for me to enter when it broke this low. And the fourth one, sorry, is the SMT, this one. So as you see, from this one, I think this is, yeah, GU, British and USD. So EU, it manipulated, while this one mitigated. I entered as soon as this broke the high, and then it gave a pullback. From there, I entered, and then as you can see, price is higher. This one is where you kind of don't have to, when you kind of don't have time to enter right away, because as you can see, it just give a big bullish candle, so you kind of have to wait for it to retrace back, and then I entered back with this inefficiency like I mentioned. If you don't have, if you can't enter right away because it doesn't give you a pullback, wait till it retraces back to inefficiency, then you can re-enter. No, re-enter, you can enter. So from this one, yeah. And last but not least, the highest probability entry model. This one. So as you can see from here, it built up liquidity before it broke this low. It already gave an SMT. So it was valid for me to enter right as soon as this look got broken. It was valid for me to enter, and then as you can see it broke this build-up liquidity, and then which I could have moved break even, but I didn't do that because I don't do that because I'm scared of it to go break even, to hit my break even and go lower. But yeah, break even, the build-up liquidity before it broke this, it gave an SMT, and then it broke structure. Then you can enter on the SMT before this break even, before this build-up liquidity gets broken. So yeah, this is how the high probability NT model looks like.